Welcome back to Streaming Deluxe, presented by Mr. Orange. Today I bring to you Dying Light Bad Blood. I'm going to test the global playtest 2 from this weekend. And as you can see, I'm jumping directly in the options in the video menu. I'm showing you what are the different video options, what can you change, for example, in the settings. I turned off motion blur, I turned off chromatic aberration, and the rest is on ultra. Here you can see the loot stash, so it's very interesting. The game is going to be free to play after an early access phase. The early access phase is starting in 2018. This here is a sort of a beta of the global test, so all of the footage I'm showing is not finished, it's all work in progress. So here you can see the player profile. I already played a little bit, so I'm just level 2, but I would say it's sufficient to get a first view of the game. So I'm starting the normal mode. Here on this screen you can see how to play the game. So first you have to find the weapons, then you have to harvest different hives to level up. Third, you have to eliminate other players, and fourth, you have to evacuate by helicopter. So this game is by Techland. Techland Publishing. The publisher is a company from Poland. They created Dying Light, and as you remember, Dying Light was actually a very successful game. I played it like for 50-60 hours. I finished it. I really liked the game, and this year is going to be a sort of a spin-off. So what do they want to achieve? It's going to be a competitive brutal Royale experience. That's how they call it. So it's a form of a battle royale. It's PvE PvP. So actually you first play against normal zombies and other enemies, where you have to find weapons, where you have to level up, and then you also have those hives. They are the PvE objectives. So after you killed them and you collect the weapons, you're going to fight against other enemies. Here in the footage you can see I'm at the moment playing the introduction, so I'm waiting for more players. So you're not getting bored in the lobby waiting an eternity until a match starts. You can immediately start playing a bit around. It's like in a player unknown's battleground, but just more fun, and the netcode is better, and the quality and of the graphics, etc. is better. So uh, the graphics, I have the impression the graphics have been really improved with regard to Dying Light, to the single player experience Dying Light, which could also have been played in co-op. So you see some more effects. I have here, as I said, my graphic options are all in ultra, and I think the game runs extremely smooth. The netcode runs very well, so I don't have any stutters, I didn't have any lag or anything else. And it runs smooth in the sense that I didn't have any typical problems you might have with new releases, etc. Yes, now you can say it's the same engine than Dying Light, so of course this should work now properly. And you're right, on this point they should work properly, and therefore I'm more than happy that they brought this spin-off of Dying Light, which is an incredible cool game. I recommend you to pick it up, to check it out if you haven't played it yet. So therefore it's a great idea having the spin-off, and after my some rounds I've played, I can only recommend Bad Blood. I'm definitely going to buy the early access, and I'm looking forward for the free-to-play of this game. So let's check out what is written on the store page, on the early access. So in general, you're going to play with 12 players in one map. So those are your enemies. So you're going to have to kill the other 11 players to win the map. So you can. It's going to be free to play, as I mentioned, but there will also be a founders pack available, which has certain exclusive items where you can maybe you get some different skins, etc. So you can check this on the store page. I will also drop a link to the store page in the description of the video. So yeah, let's check there what's in the founders pack. So there's some masks, so there are going to be different masks for the characters. It's a bit like in Payday. Then there are going to be 3 exclusive legendary weapon skins. So the weapons are mostly melee, and I had a bow too. So I don't know if also the machine gun and the assault rifle from Dying Light are also included in the game. But I would wonder if not. And then the game itself will also have some in-game currency, and you can spend this in-game currency in the in-game store. So for example, in the founders pack you're going to have 1,000 so-called blood bucks. It's going to be a free-to-play game, so I can't tell you now if you might be able to purchase this in-game currency also with real money. I would wonder if this would not be the case, but I don't want to rumor too much about this. So what is the game about? Let's talk a little bit about the game mode. So yeah, it's PvP and PvE at the same time. So, but you start PvE, as you can see here. Here I'm playing a full match. So now I'm collecting different weapons. I'm collecting different items like a grenade, like a Molotov cocktail or a mine, and also many kits, etc. And then I'm collecting on the right side. You see the green. They're my melee weapons. So the melee weapons are very similar to those from the original Dying Light game, and you can also upgrade those weapons during the gameplay. And yeah, it's the classical parkour mobility you have in this game. So what really was making the Dying Light especially a great game was that you could jump like here, jump on roofs, etc. So it's really going to be a game where you can jump on different obstacles, etc. And it's bloody, it's very gory, you can see here. The blood is all over the screen. So, and you also need some tactical gameplay. So it's not going to be that you just run to the enemy, you throw the Molotov cocktail as I do here. So you also have to play a bit defensive, go back, try another strategy, since you also have a stamina meter. You can see it, it's over the health meter parameter here. And now on the this was a hive, and I have to collect those hives. So it's very important because there I get the XP points to level up, and I get stronger, I get more health, and yeah, it's going to be for the end fight against the other players very important then. So you see always when someone gets killed, you see it on the screen that now the one person is down, and then it's going to be you have to memorize this, because then you know how many people will wait when later the helicopter comes and you have to escape. So let's talk about this mini map. Here you see those orange points are the hives. So in the beginning, when the game starts and you have your weapon, you have to go to those different hives, and they're already the fight for the XP and the level up points is starting there. So and yeah, when they cross, then obviously those hives are not accessible anymore, and you have to run to one of the other hives. You can open fridges, you can open boxes, etc. to find your items. Here, for example, you see I use a medikit, and also now I pick up some chemicals. So there, yeah, that's also cool. So they are dropping by planes, dropping some boxes, some items, and then you have to go there and get those boxes because there are better weapons, more items there, and they are actually protected by other not zombie enemies. It's pretty similar to the Dying Light classical game. Here you see I'm trying to find a tactic to fight against this zombie. Okay, I got him. Yeah, picking up some armor pieces, etc. This is what I need to upgrade my weapons and to um, upgrade my armor in general. And now you see health and damage increase. I'm a level 2 now. Now I'm much stronger, and this is absolutely necessary when you're going to meet some of the other players, because yeah, that's the Hunger Games gameplay. You have to be the strongest at the end of the match, otherwise, well, you can. Otherwise, you're going to have a big disadvantage, obviously. So here I have a really cool weapon now. I have the bow. So I liked this a lot when I was playing. So now here I'm trying to find the next hive. So it's not really clear for me at this point where it is. So you're going to see a bit later in the video where I find it. It's actually in one of these train wagons. So yeah, I would say the gameplay is really smooth, as I mentioned before. The weapon handling is really cool. It has the feeling of the original Dying Light. And the graphics is also it's also really cool. So I think the original Dying Light was playing in Turkey, in some Turkish bigger city. So it's the same setting here again. So what else can I say? Yeah, this is the global test too. There were already some tests. The game is in the beta phase. It's going to be in early access, and they want to release it in 2000 in the beginning of 2019. So the game will be 4 to 6 months in early access. I guess there are going to be a lot of different maps. So the maps are pretty big in overall, and they're going to be inspired by here you see I found the hive. They're going to be inspired by the maps of the original Dying Light. So yeah, when I go now to check a bit the forum on Steam, I think most people are really liking the game. People right there, it's a great game. For example, they say it's fast gameplay, it's a nice good mix out of skill and this fast gameplay, melee combat, and they really like the movement. So overall, the reception of the global playtest of the early access of the game is very positive, and as I mentioned, I really like this game too. I'm going to purchase the early access, and I think it's like so natural for people that liked Dying Light, the original game, that they're going and liked also the co-op and competitive aspect of the original Dying Light, that they're going to buy this game. So So here you see there's a hive, and I'm going to... I need to kill now all the zombies. You see again, it's very bloody, a lot of gore on this big dude. So yeah, you need again a bit more strategy, maybe using some distant weapon, like my bow for example. Just run away if you don't want to defeat it. If you're low in health, this might also be the better solution. So until this moment in the match, I haven't met another player. This is very this can happen. But in other matches I played, there was like immediately in the beginning another player. So I don't know how the spawn points are, but I would say in general it's going to be okay, and the developers also going to work much more on the game, so it will be also kind of some sort of service game. So let's watch a little bit the video. You see level 4 now, so I'm pretty strong now. So yeah, let's talk about again about the optimization. You might ask yourself what I'm using for PC, for a computer for this. So I'm using an i7 3820 Intel CPU processor, and I'm using a Titan X Maxwell with 12GB video RAM. So the Titan X Maxwell is comparable to a 980 Ti. So if you have a 980 Ti, or if you have a 1080 or 1080 Ti, you're not going to have any problems. Okay, there's another player now, you see. So he's level 2, I'm level 4. So where is he running? Okay, he's gone. So overall I would say the GPUs most people have now at the moment play performance intensive games like shooters, etc. are not going to have any issues with this game, since it is also a game that came out well, since the game has the Dying Light engine. I would say this should be definitely the case. I remember I was playing the Dying Light on a 680 Nvidia GPU, and there I had like trouble, and then I was buying myself my Titan X Maxwell, and then it was a completely different game. Nice headshot with the bow. So yeah, the parkour running gameplay style is very smooth, so you feel immediately home. Ah, here he is. Come on. Okay, and now you see the helicopter has arrived. So we are around now 18 minutes in the match, and now the helicopter arrived, and now it's important to run to the escape point. So because only one player can win the match. But of course, be beware at the escape point. Maybe another player is waiting. It's camping there, so that's the end phase of the map. So you need to be really strong for this. And I was killed. So you see, there was another player, level 5, sorry. He was just coming and killing us both from behind. So it was the mistake that I was way too quick running to the escape point. And the helicopter comes, and the level 5 player won the match. So Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a subscription if you enjoyed my video. See you. Goodbye.